Howdy mighty, howdy mighty, howdy mighty. What do we have this week on Out of Control Vintage? We're going to feature my first vintage guitar, which was the 1420 Silvertone Stratotone. This is a fantastic electric guitar that's vintage if you want to get into the vintage market and not spend a whole lot of money. I mean, if you don't want to basically have to sell your car to get a guitar, this would be a good one to start with. This thing I got it back in I think 2001, and I only paid I think 125 bucks for it. It's all original. Everything that you see on it came with the guitar. And nowadays, I looked on it right before I did this episode of Out of Control Vintage, and someone was selling this thing with the case in great condition for I think $1,500. So, and that's a case that does not even have the amp in it, like some of the old Silvertone cases do. But this is a fantastic guitar for the money. You should be able to pick one up for around anywhere, probably nowadays a fair price, $500 to $700. I wouldn't pay much more than $700 for one. That's for damn sure. But this is just basically a cheap plywood guitar. I think it's like a plywood body, hollow inside. It's got a wooden bridge on it here, and it's a floating bridge too. So when you take the strings off, this bridge will come off the guitar. Be aware. And so you can mark it. I've got little markers on mine to kind of show where it needs to be. But the big thing that makes these guitars sound so good are these DMR pickups. I mean, these things, especially for old roots music, if you're trying to get that tone for old blues music, country music, these things are fantastic. The guitar has a pretty fat neck on it, so if you like those early 50s profile necks, this one's kind of got the semi-baseball bat feel to it. This thing was, I guess, basically copied after the Les Paul. I guess that's what they were trying to get at with this guitar. But anyway, if you're trying to get in the vintage guitar market, this is one of the ones to start with. And these Silvertones, I know it's not a Fender and it's not a Gibson or one of those, brands that are, you can if you had a vintage guitar, you could basically buy a house with. But these things, I feel like they're going up in value. Especially with everybody that likes the old weird guitars and that kind of stuff. I got into these old Silvertones and K's because guys like Jimmy Reed played them. And a lot of my old blues heroes from the 50s. But, beyond that, the sound, like I said, from the pickups is really what makes it. This pickup here, I have a little bit of black tape over here, just electrical tape, and it probably needs to be replaced because it's starting. The screw that this E string inevitably will catch on, and it might do it during this video, will catch on this screw on the pickup sometimes. But anyway, enough talking about it. Let's crank up this 1946 National Model 50 amp, and we'll see what it's got. I'm tuned a whole step down to D standard just to kind of have that old Lightning Hopkins vibe here. So we'll give it here. This knob here controls the neck pickup, and here's your tone for that pickup right here. So that's the neck pickup. And go down here to the middle position, And that's basically both pickups together. This is the bridge volume here and the bridge tone. Go on down to the treble pickup here. Turned down a little bit, you can kind of hear the woody, almost electric acoustic tone that these things are known for up here with these Diamarn pickups. Hey, thanks for stopping by and checking out my Silvertone 1420 Stratotone. If you like this thing, go get you one. It's a great way to get into a vintage guitar that won't bust the bank. Also, folks, if you like this show, please remember to subscribe to this channel and get notifications. There's a lot of other shows on it, including the Friday Night Gamble, Cooking and Butching, and the brand new Shiloh Saloon Stories. You can't miss it. Till next time, hide 'em mighty, go get you one.